dream to pursue. What can I do? What can I say? Niggas be stuck and I don't wanna wait. I throw up 2 deuces while you throwing shade. Existence is useless, you just in the way. And niggas is stupid, I'm a higher plane. I'm possessing the rubric, it's giving me aid. About to set it all, so you know they tired of me. Police at my door, so you know I'm about to fade. Steady going off, who the fuck looking for me? Any prophecy, goodbye, the method follow me. A better me is peddling to my legacy in this organ I sever. I turn a rock in the metal when bitch I'm blocking the devil. I'm at the top of the level, I stand my ground with a shovel, that's how I rock. I don't fuck with niggas, but I keep my shit cocked. And if you don't feel me, better believe that I pop. I'm chilling with the realest in the building on the ceiling where I mouth, taking names while I'm trying to kill a cop. Wow. Synagogues and demigods, forgive them God. Press releases in the ride, I'm licking shots. Niggas did, they give it props, forgive them not. Fuck them all and let it ride and let it rock. Synagogues and demigods, forgive them God. Press releases in the ride, I'm licking shots. Niggas did, they give it props, forgive them not. Fuck them all and let it ride and let it rock. About to set it all, so you know they tired of me. Police at my door, so you know I'm about to fade. Steady going off, who the fuck looking for me? Any prophecy, goodbye, the method follow me. About to set it all, so you know they tired of me. Police at my door, so you know I'm about to fade. Phone steady going off, who the fuck looking for me? Comedic prophecy, goodbye, the method follow me.
What's going on, everybody? We are back to the hump. We are talking about the NCAA tournament and great college teams. So like the tournament is starting tomorrow. What do you guys like? Your greatest individual performance in the NCAA tournament?
Greatest individual performance? Just one game?
We can go the whole tournament though, if you want.
Best tournament run I've ever seen might have been Mike Bibby, Arizona.
Like, you know, that was one of my teams that I was really into. That I was really into
a tournament run. Him and who's it? Miles Simon.
Yes,
they were unstoppable.
Yeah, that was a good. It's so crazy. I always wonder what happened to Miles Simon because he didn't get.
He got a cup of tea in the league.
Yeah, but he didn't like he definitely wasn't on Bibby's level.
No.
Miles Simons was that dude. I mean, in college.
Performances in the league.
I always think that guard play in a tournament, man, translate to you going far, because they can shut a big down. I believe easier than they can shut a guard down, because like especially with the way you're able to play defense in college, with the zone scheme and stuff like that, you can shut a big down. A guard, they can just move. You know what I mean? They do their thing.
Duke had some pretty good teams.
I just can't stand Duke. But they had like not good teams, great teams, man. Like a sidebar. Who did you hate the most in college? The college player you hated the most? Ain't even close for me. One Christian Laettner.
Yeah, Christian Laettner. But the thing about it is, I hated Christian Laettner, but I used to love Bobby Hurley. Like I love Bobby Hurley as a guard. I love
Bobby Hurley was a good player. He was a tough player. Remember the little guard that Old State used to have, and he messed his spine up after his freshman year. I think he was on a team with Jimmy Jackson. Or he might have been a little bit before. Little white guard, but he never played again. Jay Burson. Remember Jay Burson? Played for Ohio State. He had got after the first season. He had got into he got hurt or something, and he messed his spine up. He never came back.
Let me see.
Good NCAA run.
Good NCAA run. Let's see. You had off the top of my head, you had Danny Manning in '88 with Kansas.
Danny Manning. Run. Yeah, I can give you that.
Like I said, Bibby and Simon. Players. What's his name? with the O'Bannon brothers. Tyus Etney had
Tyus Edney.
Tyus Etney had a
He's
great.
somewhere at Starbucks.
Tyus Etney had a great run.
Cameron Dollar. No, Tyus Edney is like the blackest dude ever, man. I'm serious. No, Tyus Edney is like really dark. O'Bannon brothers. One got in the league and played for a little while. The other one,
They both got into the league.
they didn't stick around too much.
Yeah, they both
Too
made
long.
it to the league.
It's a UCLA guy.
Kimba. Kimba.
Yeah,
did.
Kimbo did have a
My
great
son
run.
loved Kimba Walker, and Kimba did. Kimba had a good run at UConn. What's his name did too? Rip Ham. Rip.
Oh, Rip.
Rip Ham. Rip Hamilton had a good NCAA run.
Rip had a good run. Ray Allen had a good run 1 year. Marcus Camby had a great run 1 year, man.
Marcus Camby had a great run. Joe Smith had a great run too.
Yeah. Jeez. But you guys stole my thunder. I did to the Arizona team, and that team came from out of nowhere, kind of. I mean, I just think, like I said, when you have a good backcourt in college, man, you could almost will your way to a victory.
Yeah, I wanted because I wanted a. What was that? Arkansas.
Which one with the Todd Day team?
Todd Day, Lee Mayberry. Oh, the little fat guard. You talking about
My man Brody say. That's the only team I think is Todd Day and Oliver Miller and them.
I know you're talking about. They had a little fat guard. I think Khalid Al-Amin. Yeah, he was UConn. He was UConn. Khalid Al-Amin was UConn. Who was it? Memory is so bad because I.
But that wasn't Corliss Williamson. Okay.
No, that was
No,
after.
that
Corliss
we wasn't on the
Williamson
same
was
team.
after. It was I think it was a guard with like a little with a Muslim name. Though. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. That's why I went to Khalid Al-Amin, but it was somebody else. Yeah.
My man Brody say the Indiana team with Damon Bailey. He hated Damon Bailey.
Yeah, Damon Bailey was my boy. Who's that?
I just love Calbert Cheney. Calbert Cheney was a good player, man.
You know what team disappointed me though? Arizona, Khalid Reeves and Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah,
like, I thought Reeves and Stoudemire was a great backcourt that didn't materialize. I thought they was gonna go on a good run.
Stoudemire had a nice cup of coffee in the league, though, man.
Stoudemire was nice in the league.
I mean, he had MVP like talk as a couple of years, man. Damn. No, I mean as being like an elite player, like yeah, he was that dude, Mighty Mouse, wasn't no joke, man. Stoudemire. You know who my dude was in college, man? He won't get in the Hall of Fame, but every time when you say his name, you just think he was just really nice, man. Sean Elliott was a beast in college, man. Sean Elliott was a complete beast. I never forget when they played Duke, and he just gave Danny Ferry everything, man. They was like, Danny Ferry was like all American, all kitchen, all Swiss Army knife, and then they play Arizona. They was like, who is this guy? Sean Elliott was like tearing him up. They was like, no, wait. We might want to rethink this.
You know what? I think the best tournament run I might have seen might have been Michigan with Ramil Robinson, Glenn Rice, because remember they had just fired their coach.
Yeah.
And Fisher stepped in right before the tournament and took them all away. When they played,
that was a good team, though. So it's other than the ULV team.
Yeah, they played Seton Hall.
A lot of the teams like they make these good runs are teams that like a lot of people they're not even in the league. They didn't stay in the league long. It was just like a team. You know what I mean? It was like they just like played hard against like when Butler goes on these runs. You know what I mean? Like how many players from Butler are in association, but like Butler would make like really good runs because they like everybody was in. Other than you got alpha talent sometimes usually crushes them like the Memphises or the Kentuckys or something like that.
Yeah, but like you said, teams like Butler, they got like 4-year player, 3-year player, 4-year players going up against freshmen.
Yeah, so I mean, those teams were like remember, like just like I was surprised when you said Xavier was like a top seed. Remember, Xavier always used to have like these solid teams coming in the tournament. You know what I mean? They just never had a guy that could get them over the top with like some of like the major teams. They were Sweet 16 bona fide. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is we talk about this all the time because people be like, I forget who it was for Duke. Not Duke. Was it North Carolina when I forget who it was, but their guard went down. They're like, oh my God, dude, they lost their lead guard, but it's like it's North Carolina. So their bench player is better than everybody else's starter. So you're good. So anytime you got the talent from starter to bench player in North Carolina or Duke or somewhere, the fall off is not that big.
So, give me a player, and I got one in mind big time that did not, like, because of injury or whatever, you never got to see him in a tournament, and you just wanted to see him.
See him in the tournament?
Yeah. I'm not trying to like with Hank Gathers or somebody. It don't have to be death, but it could be an injury.
They just never got in the curtain.
Never really got a chance to get that run. But you knew when they got there, they was gonna wreck.
I seen everybody. I seen everybody I wanted to see play.
I think it was hurt.
They got eliminated by Lehigh, I think. Yeah.
Remember Kmart when he broke his leg? I thought Kmart was just gonna be like. He was that guy.
They had a good run too. I seen them play in person.
Kmart was incredible.
Not good. Like I didn't realize it until I got home because dude grabbed 22 rebounds. That was the year he went first.
Yeah, and so crazy. Did he play a game in the tournament? I don't think. I think he got hurt like right before the tournament started. He broke his leg, and he still came out #1 pick.
Because he was the best player in college. He was. Yeah, he was the best. He was one of the best players. You say you didn't? Great. He's one.
Listen, dude. That New Jersey team with him, Jay Kidd, and Richard Jefferson, they was nothing to sneeze at.
Because he did everything. Because like I say, he's a block shots, run the floor. He used to do everything. I used to love. That's one of my favorite college players.
And no nonsense too.
That's the year I seen
He was no nonsense too. Kmart was no nonsense, dude. He was not the dude. I always remember the story they told when they filled his Land Rover up with popcorn. Oh, dude, he wasn't even on it though. He was ready to wreck everybody. Cool dude, man. Cool dude.
Yeah, I like Kmart.
Yeah, that was the guy I wanted to see in college do his thing, but it never came up. Shout out to Rachel watching the show.
I don't think we ever seen. I think they got in there, but what's his name? Rhode Island. I wanted to see Lamar Odom, play, but I think he went to the NIT. Probably would have to be, if I had to say, didn't make it to the tournament. What I like to see play would probably be Skip, probably Ray for Austin. I think they won the NIT his year.
Skip to my Lou.
Fresno State.
All right, we're about to go to break. We'll be right back. For y'all who are watching live feed, y'all can also go to YouTube. I posted YouTube on my page right now. We need y'all to go to YouTube, watch the video, like the video. Like I said, we are donating money from our proceeds to ladies who haven't given up their lace front rehab. We're giving like a proceed of our, listen, help the ladies with their lace fronts. We're going to give a proceed of our check to lace front rehab. We'll be back in a minute. Late.
Hello? Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in the bendo. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in the bendo. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old.
Get that product cooking in the bando. I keep a shooter, keep them hands low. Hop out that Ferrari like I'm Rambo. Say a prayer, your fam gon' have to light some candles. My hand on the work, I should have an office job. And I am the boss, so how you gon' cross the mob? Skeeter O'Neil, now that's what I call a lob. Covered with one of them, that's what I call a prob. I've been scooping in the Lambo. Pitching on my block while I'm the landlord. Pay your fee, that's what I stand for. I play the key, you take shots like the backboard. The day I punched in, I was born on the job. Now the inside guts look like corn on the cob. Food on the plate, guess you the dinner meal. Bowling like Centerfield, please get this kid a meal.
Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in the bendo. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in the bendo. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old.
I gave him more than they can ask for. Big stick, similar to Jim Duggan Axel. Big whips, call me SOR. Yeah, I'm that boy. SV, call him Escobar. With them tracks, boy. I can't say sorry, I make you fellows mad. And can't stop me, I'm like a yellow cab. And just for that, I might cop the yellow Jag. I never left, but it's like you could tell I'm back. Got about 220 on the dashboard. With a cup of Henny, that's the crash course. For the drop, I keep a mask for it. And the Glock, like I shot with the task force. I'm making my name, you should call me monumental. I studied the best, you can't even find a temple. Like I'm tapping them bags, every dime I mention. You can't even find a signal. You don't know the grind I meant to.
Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in the bendo. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. I whip it up in the pot, I'm getting rid of them old. Product cooking in the bendo. Product cooking in.
We're back on the hunt right now. We're talking about.
In the same token, your dude threw your other dude under the bus.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The
only thing he had to do was tell the truth. He wouldn't even got no repercussions.
And it ain't even just the Weber stuff with Jalen Rose that I dislike.
I don't like Jalen Rose.
It's just like because he
like
know
Jalen
everything.
Rose,
He knows everything. You know, when it come out like when he be cracking me up sometimes, man. When you put your hate list out, when you talking about Stephen A.
Yeah, I can't stand that guy.
Jalen sometimes he's one of those guys, black guys. Like, all right, so for all you white people watching the show right now, I'm not being mean. There's like certain black people speak, and y'all feel like they speak for all of us. You know what I mean? Jalen's one of the dudes. Jalen's one of the dudes that speak for all Black America. Stephen A. speaks for all Black America. Charles Barkley speaks for all Black America. You know, they don't. You know what I mean? We don't always agree with them, you know? And Jalen's one of them dudes, man. He'll be like, well, LeBron, this is where LeBron is mentally. I'm telling y'all because I was in that position one time. No, you weren't. You were never the best player in the league ever. You know what I mean? So you can't, and the best thing that Jalen is known for is when Kobe dropped 81 on him. You know, that's the best thing he's known for.
No, because.
Are you one of the guys that don't feel that guys that weren't as great as other guys should have certain opinions?
No. And I don't actually have a problem with Jalen's opinion. I guess if I want to get to the crux of the situation, I got a problem of his platform for his opinion because it seems like because he says it, it's law. You know what I mean? It ain't his fault for having an opinion. I don't dislike. I dislike his perception of the opinion with other people.
I kind of.
That's where I'm
Jalen.
at.
I don't like listening to Jalen Rose. He's borderline because sometimes he's kind of fair and he gives fair assessments, but he's one of the very few players on TV who, like, when he says certain things, his game kind of backs up what he says. Like, Jalen Rose could play. Can't nobody take away the fact.
No. I didn't think he was a bum.
No, I'm just saying.
Not by any stretch.
Like,
of
so I give him a little bit more leeway than say. I mean, if you switch sports, because I can't think of a basketball guy right now. I mean, I guess you can. Like to me, like Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith talked like it was him and Akeem putting in work. Like,
right.
It
was Akeem,
Mario Ellie,
and everybody,
and Sam
right.
Elliott, and Otis Thorpe, and Vernon Maxwell. He had like it was me and Akeem did like no, dude. Like no, I watched you put in 13 points a game.
Right.
A consistent 13 points, but it was 13 points. And then you got moved to the bench when the second year when Cassell was ready. Because Cassell won his first 2 years. He won championships his first 2 years.
Yeah, what year didn't Max win one ring?
Max won the first one. Then they brought in what's his name?
Dude, I just love running Max.
They brought in Drexler for the second year. So to hear him talk like he has all these opinions and it's like that kind of gets on my nerves. And then like the same thing with Shaq too. Shaq just had like everything is defective to what he says. Well, like, dude, and then they always talking about Barkley. Well, shut up, Chuck, because you didn't win. It's like, come on, dude, you had a loaded team.
And what's up, Danny? Watching the show. What up, my beautiful wife?
Like
watching the show.
Charles Barkley had as much
Charmaine
help
watching the show.
as Shaq or Kobe. Like he would have definitely.
Craig
won.
watching the show. The Shaq thing though. This is. And this is after Shaq stopped playing. That nigga just got to be the biggest, blackest, greasiest dude thing on this planet, man. I mean, I seen him do a commercial for garage, like the alarm system for your house, the garage things, and it was middle of the day and they needed lights. I mean, that dude is just that. I don't. Technically, man, you can't take nothing away from him physically or championship-wise, But I'm with you on that. I mean, all he had to do was turn around and push people out the way and dunk. He was a subpar defender. He was a subpar defender, man. Yeah, but he wasn't as physical as Shaq. He wasn't. Mark Eaton wasn't even in the same stratosphere athletically.
The biggest problem is, and even Shaq said it, he never maxed out his potential. Like he underperformed.
Like dude should have led the league in rebounds every year, in my opinion. And I mean,
blocks.
He was that.
He should have played his whole career. The year that first year they won 2000 when they played Indiana. I showed my son his stats in Indiana. Dude, he pulled up the first game. He was like 40 and 23 and 5. I'm like, that was the first game of the championship. And he looked at. He's like, dude, he was averaging 30 points and 20 rebounds.
Right.
That's how I felt he should have played the majority of the time in his career.
But he had to be motivated.
You said,
No.
Doesn't mean that you ain't playing the NBA, you don't know what a bum is. If you go 1 for 15, you're a bum. I don't care if I played in the NBA or not. I'm looking at the same shit.
No, I don't have a problem with their opinion. I have a problem with that when they say something, it's just law.
Oh, it's some guys like the great guys. Like I hate when Shaq. I know y'all talked about that, but like the guys who be humble with it. It's like they just pretty much saying like he had a terrible night. Like Jalen don't really, to me, don't come across like I'm an NBA guy and I know what I'm talking about.
he just sound retarded, personally. Yeah. Personal, yeah. Oh yeah, that's Chris. Yeah, Spice. Spice. Yeah.
Kay does that a lot. It's like he told Katie when he reported on Katie. Katie said some person.
Yeah.
He made it personal. He's still a reporter. We're analysts. It can't be personal.
He did
And
it,
the
but
truth
see, he
is-
started first with Iverson, called Iverson alcoholic. After Iverson put him on, and that's when everybody was looking for Stephen A. They
And,
go,
and the crazy part,
he's-
these cats don't
he's
even,
out
they
of-
don't really want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. Li-
Well, not only that,
Like, you know, I know when guys they get athletes get mad like, dude, we ain't never play. That's a weak comeback. But when you make it personal, I gotta say something because you got the mic. I don't have the mic. So it's kind of foul when you say whatever you want to say.
I mean, cause one of the best things in sports is when Skip Bayless was talking about, I forget who he was talking about, and Jalen Rose pulled his car. He said, "Dude, you averaged 2 points as a senior."
right.
Like, he said, "So you sit up, he said, so you sitting up because you sitting up here because he was always saying, you know, I played. He said, dude, you acted like you Pistol Pete. You was water Pistol Pete." I said, wow. Like that's so great. I mean, right.
Right. You know who? And another guy that does that too, that takes shots at a lot of athletes and stuff, is Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd. I mean,
But a lot of them do it for effect.
yeah, but the thing is, like, remember when Jim Rome? That was Jim Rome's thing. Jim
It got
Rome
him
was
beat,
just like
it got him beat up.
And what my man when Everett got him almost flipped that table on his head, and he kept calling him Chrissy. You gonna disrespect a man in the National Football League? I don't care what you think his stats are. It's a quarterback. I don't know what my man Everett, how big he was, and he was like, "Listen, don't call me Chrissy no more. You know, my name is Chris." And dude just said Chrissy to his
No,
face,
he called
man.
him Chris. He called
Like,
him Chris Everett. Chris Everett Lloyd. He
Yeah.
was calling him a tennis player.
Yeah, so he was like, he should have. I mean, them guys don't really want no smoke. What's the fat black guy?
You talking about
I'm waiting for somebody to
Jason
pull his
Whitlock.
card. Jason Whitlock. The LeBron that priced out of racism guy. I was like, wow. I'm like, dude, is he really saying this? He made me mad one time. Did y'all ever see the one when he was criticizing Serena?
Yeah. He holds no weight, dude.
He was criticizing Serena because
He's fat and
he
miserable.
said she's underachieving. For real. I mean, she might be outside of Chris Everett Lloyd or Martina Navratilova, the most decorated female tennis player ever.
Listen, if you think about it, and if you really think about it, dude, she might be the most decorated athlete ever.
Right.
Period.
And he was
She's the most decorated tennis player ever. She's not the most decorated. She's the most decorated tennis player ever. Yes. Yes, she's in that stratosphere.
And he was talking about how she underachieved because she's doing other things like her clothing line and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, she's still a woman. One. I mean, dude, he's over the top too. But like, unlike Stephen A. and Jalen or Charles, nobody really pays attention to Jason Whitlock because they know what he's doing. You know, they know what he's doing. He's straight, coon, la la la. You know, for real, for real. He's beyond coon. Did you ever see the one where what's the light skinned dude, man, from Cleveland? Broussard got into him on his own show.
Yeah. Broussard.
He's like, man, this is my show. He said, but I'm on the mic right now.
So you brought me in to give me
Right. He said, I'm a guest on your show, so I'm gonna talk. I'm like, get him, Chris.
Yeah. Chris
What up,
Broussard
Marlene?
got
Watching
it.
show. Dolores watching the
It's
show.
like I always see your boy. You know the one that always get me is Trent Dilfer. Hearing him break down quarterbacks, like, dude,
Trent
like,
Dilfer.
this is a Dilfer dime. I'm like, dude, you never threw a dime in your whole career. But to his defense, I've heard him say like, my team got me. I've heard him say that. But sometimes he do get the, I was a professional
Like
quarterback.
one of the
and,
worst though.
like,
I mean,
barely.
entertaining situation I've seen. You seen when Dan Marino and Boomer Esiason alive one time they was arguing, man, and my man Boomer was like, "You never won a Super Bowl ring." We. Yes, they was on the air. He was talking about how you never won a ring, and man, Dan Marino just cut the sneer. Dan looked at him like, "Okay, I see you during the break." You know what I mean? That was a great one, man. But commentating, man,
Boomer
Boomer wasn't a bum, so I'm not
That's
saying
what
that.
I'm
But
saying.
I mean, but I mean, Dan, like, dude, I got like until now, the last couple of years, Dan had records that ain't even gonna be that when at the time would seem untouchable. You know, I mean, I do believe it tarnishes him because he's never got a Super Bowl. I don't know if you can blame it all on him, but some of it is his fault. So I can't say.
But he was.
He's definitely the best quarterback that never won a Super Bowl.
Best quarterback that never won?
Yeah,
no.
Definitely.
Jim Kelly.
No.
Jim Kelly.
No, Jim Kelly's not better than Dan Marino,
Jim
man.
Kelly,
You're
way
crazy.
better quarterback.
You're insane.
Way better quarterback.
You are insane.
Just because he
not
never
crazy.
Just because
insane.
Just because Dan Marino never had a Thurman Thomas. That's all Dan Marino used to throw 40 times a game. If you let Jim Kelly throw the ball 40 times a game, are you crazy? He was putting up numbers, and he had a 1,000-yard running back. Dan Marino never had.
He was cold.
Dan Marino
not
never
Dan Marino
because he never had a 1,000-yard running back running behind him. He didn't have anybody he had to hand the ball off to. He had to throw the ball. Jim Kelly had a balanced offense and still put up great offensive
But
numbers.
you can't say that he would have done it had he not had it. Dan Marino did it because he had it. I mean,
he did it because he had to.
He had to do it, but he did it. You can't. I mean, but you.
Because certain people look at certain people like they're untouchable until you look at it, and it's like.
I don't think he's untouchable.
I learned football by watching Dan Marino and watching my father play. My father used to break his game down. He's like, my father, if he used to get hit, he's like, watch, he about to throw an interception with the next two plays. Next two plays, he'll throw an interception, so he can be rattled. So my father used to show me how to break down people's game, and I broke down his game. It was like I said, he wasn't doing nothing but throwing the ball. He's like a scorer in the NBA. Like if you get 30 shots a game, you're gonna score 30 points. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna be one of the higher scorers. No. No. Because listen, what's so funny is they should have won that. But if you're looking at it, if you're looking at Buffalo and you're looking at the Dolphins, they're in the same division, and Buffalo went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, or made it 4 times. Dan Marino didn't go in that span.
I mean, but
he went his first year.
But Kelly had 3 Hall of Famers on the team, though, man.
All right.
He had 3 Hall of Famers though on that team.
But did he make? Did he make them Hall of
honestly,
Famers?
On Dan Marino's,
yeah.
On the Miami Dolphins, you name me one guy that's even close to Hall of Famer that played with Dan Marino. Close.
Mark Clayton.
Close to a Hall of Famer. I mean, just like a borderline. Give me a borderline Hall of Famer on those Miami teams. Borderline. Nothing. Not a damn thing. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not.
I think, right. To me, I think Dan Marino is one of those guys. Like you said, his stats do a lot of talking, but like I said, the legend is better than the player. The Dan Marino legend is better than the player.
I don't know if I agree. Well, we agree to disagree on that. Last time, my man Brody said the same thing. Said Kelly had 3 Hall of Famers on his team.
He had more. But because he had a good defense.
Marino didn't.
All right, but the play, like I said, you just comparing the two players.
Right.
Jim Kelly is more than comparable to Dan Marino.
I just don't see it. I think he's. I don't think he's a scrub. I think he's great. I don't think he's Dan Marino great.
What do you guys see Joe Biden?
Ugh.
I'm about to say Joe is a little. He couldn't.
That's a hard one though, because it was a running
I mean, that's
back.
like saying.
LT, man. Well, you see, that's LT quote, man. LT used to send hookers to the opposing running back's room the night before the game, man. And he said this on air.
Huh?
He said I would send them hookers the night before the game.
No, that's still not the greatest LT quote ever.
Well, the greatest one we can say on the air now.
LT said the first time he got suspended for the first time he got suspended for a positive drug test, he used somebody else's pee. He said no, but he said, listen, don't get it twisted. If you would have used mine, I probably wouldn't have played in the league no more. That's the best LT quote I ever heard.
LT.
Dude said if they would have actually pissed me, he said I wouldn't have been playing no more.
Wow.
LT might be the realest dude you will ever.
Remember when Nancy Grace took shots at him?
That's great.
When he was in the room with the hooker that he didn't sleep with.
Oh, the underage. Yeah, he said but like he said I do hookers. That's what I do. He said I don't do underage girls.
Right, and he didn't even sleep with her. He paid her and sent her on her way.
Right.
But it's what it is. LT.
I mean, you can't respect that.
No, I mean but she ain't gonna respect us. Nancy
Grace. Nancy Grace used to act like I forget his name. Dude that played for the Bulls. Who was the dude name? I forget.
Was it McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey. Dude, she act like he has 2 NBA championships. It like, dude, is McCaffrey, dude, like Jason McCaffrey. She was acting like he was Michael Jordan.
He got all this money, right?
Like he needs. And what's so funny is, dude, I told you, the girl, his baby mama, he cut her a check, and IRS took it because she owed back taxes. So Nancy Grace campaigned for her to get this money. She got it, and then it still got taken from her. But dude, she was all. He owns 2 barbecue businesses. He owned she had the list. Not like it was personal for Jason McCaffrey for her.
Yeah, she probably. I think something happened to Nancy Grace with a black gentleman.
She like,
earlier
she
in
about
her
to say
life. And she might not want to talk about it. But if you want to come on a hump and talk about it, Nancy, we have a platform for you.
You don't want Nancy nowhere.
Oh, Nancy can get this. Nancy, listen. I got issues with Nancy on top of issues. Casey Anthony and beyond. She don't want none of this. She don't want none of this. All right, we about to go to
She used to come for Casey Anthony.
Huh?
She used to come for Casey Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they did the case for like 2 years. Anyway. All right, so we'll be back in a minute. Y'all tune back in. If y'all, like I said, y'all can go to the YouTube feed and watch the show. It is the Hump 216 on YouTube. I got a link posted on my page with no interruptions. Check us out. If y'all go to the page, don't just watch the video, like the video so we get paid. Subscribe to the channel because we are doing big things here at the Hump. We are all the proceeds that we get are going to go to that homeless guy in front of Windermere. We're going to take care of him, get him some shoes. All right, the Hump in a minute.
You got more shoes than me.
Bye.
I'm at a place in my life where I feel like I have a target on my back. And because of that, I should make smart decisions. At the end of the day, man, I just simply got to do better. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I am or claim to be in any way, shape, or form.
So I miss weekdays, slapping you the weekend. You must have drunk too much and fell off in the deep end. Talking about you keep him satisfied, bitch, please. You better stay up in your place and it's on your knees. You see these rapping ass niggas got you gassed up. Fucking over good women for these bad butts. Get your calculators out, let's do the math, sluts. And I'ma really tell you how it all adds up. See, I'm the one that held him down when he caught his case. Name on the deed to the crib, combo to the safe. And all his family members and nowhere is mama stay. Sundays, family dinners, and it's church. Special occasions, more trips, even holidays. My man is my man, bitch, and I do not play. You will fuck around and get hurt in the worst way. Got a position that can never ever be replaced. What makes you think you can ruin what you didn't build? A couple baths, couple meals, and he paid a bill. Are you surprised now? Think I didn't know about you? He tricked off a couple dollars, brought the hoe about you. But I'ma chill home, I had to stay classy. Cause you a gutter rap bitch and you nasty. But I done had enough of arguing with you through bitches. Shout out to side bitches, aka poop bitch.
When a wife come to hold you down, shut me down. Shut me down. Turn to the side. Let me see. Turn to the side. Yeah, come on, trick body. Baby, trick body. Turn around. Watch it. Oh man, who is that guy? Damn, excuse me, miss.
Guess who on the beat?
Cali up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see. Edit hustler. Edit hustler.
Okay. And that was before the drive. He told me, "Do not be a Brown." He said, "Don't be a Browns fan."
All right, we're back on the hump. This is like turned into a sports show, which is cool because we do that too. And I mean, I can't believe this dude said, "Damn, Marine."
I'm not
You
trying
learn,
to say
you
he
learn,
sucks.
you learn something about people when you work with them. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to say he sucks. I'm just trying to say he not.
So in your quarterback Mount Rushmore, you would have Jim Kelly over Dan Marino, and you the same way, Dre. That's when you had
No, I
Jim
didn't
Kelly
say-
over Dan Marino.
I didn't say in my quarterback Mount Rushmore. Right. It's not right. It's not that far apart. I think. I think.
Whoa.
That's the ghost of plays.
Okay, so we're gonna change the topic a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of bit. So, did any one of you guys' children participate in the walkout today? Okay. And I only knew because my daughter told me yesterday. And I told her you can't walk out. It's something dealing with the school shootings. So a lot of people walked out. I forget what time it was to get Congress to make laws protecting student rights. I mean, people coming in shooting schools or whatever stuff. And I didn't really, I don't know. I didn't really. I'm not saying it doesn't concern me, but my daughter's 13. She goes to a middle school. You know, what I mean, and Euclid. So she ain't getting much press. You know what I mean? I mean, and Cleveland schools came out and said if you go out, we're counting that as an unexcused absence. So, but how do y'all feel about that? Like the kids get involved in this kind of thing, and if you guys have children that are around that age, would you have been mad had they participated? Now, I'm gonna tell you, the machine probably would just go just to get out of class.
With me, like I said, we talked about it, and it was something that they explained to me that they wanted to do, or he wanted to do. Like I said, my daughter's in college, so but it was something that he said he wanted to do. He talked, and if he had valid points, then I would support it. Yeah, I would definitely support it.
When my daughter got in the car today, when I picked her up, she said, "And no, Dad, I didn't walk out." I said, "I know you didn't." I said you walked out, we'd have a different conversation. Like, I mean, your son is older than my daughter, so he'll probably understand it or have more leeway as far as, like, socially. My daughter be doing it to get out of class. I mean, just to be flat out. She's 13. She don't care. And then she would be like, "Well, we're protesting homework too tonight." You know what I mean? That's how my daughter's situated.
No, if my son came, my son came to me and said, I want to participate because of this, and he wanted to make a social statement. Then yeah, I definitely would support that.
How about you, gentlemen? Would y'all have a problem with your daughter, your children? I know it's not helping, in my opinion. I mean,
But it did make a difference, though, because they're doing it so people like us can talk about it. They brought awareness to something they feel strongly about, so it did work because people are talking about it.
he said, "I know they're dangerous." That's just funny. He's like, "I know they're dangerous." Like, God, this is gonna sound like horrible, but we've been dealing with this stuff for 30, 40 years. You know, I mean, listen, it's probably more guns in our schools than the shooter could bring in. I mean, I'm being honest. Ain't no metal detectors. I mean, it's probably, it's dudes 13 selling pistols. You know what I mean? So it's dudes in my daughter's school right now with a pistol. I'm pretty sure they trying to eat at the high school. So I think I tell my daughter, I don't care about her walking out of class. I just say, if you see somebody start looking like they're about to pull a pistol out, you run in the other direction. That's the only advice I will give anybody's child. I don't know.
Maybe that open their eyes a little bit. Maybe they say, okay, let's at least take a look. The kids are talking. The kids are the ones in the classroom. Right. I listened to those kids talk a couple of weeks ago. They're scared.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I agree with you, but is there really an answer, though?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. That's the story.
Yeah, but it's enough of them out here already. Even if you ban them.
I didn't say you can't get them. Just ban them.
I'm not saying don't. I just think. I think it's just it is.
They walking in with 22, just pop. If they was doing that, somebody get tackled.
You ain't go to Collinwood? No. I think banning the assault rifles will stop the people that's trying. But they're out there. If there's somebody want them bad enough, they can get them.
That's everything. That's drugs. That's everything.
So I think if anything, the problem would be dealing with the mental health side of it personally. Will make more of a difference than I don't.
Yeah, but like you said, the first thing to do is not make it readily available. That's the first thing you do. If you catch your child with drugs, you don't say, "Well, I'm gonna keep you from getting the rest of the drugs. Use that up while you can." Like you gonna take all the drugs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
which drug?
You can't like
which
okay.
Drug? I mean,
you already got that over on me. I'm gonna stop it from here on. You have to start somewhere.
Is it weed? I mean,
I'm just saying
if
you
it's
have
that
to start.
Sticky, I'm like, how you get this sticky
You have
on
to
your
start
allowance? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
don't flush it.
You see what I'm saying though, right? Like you said, it has to start somewhere. And for these kids, like you said, do a protest peacefully, use their voice, do something that's in their power, not doing something that's out of their power. They're doing something that's in there. They have the power to. This is how their voice is being heard. So, you gotta kind of support that because it's healthy, it's peaceful.
Yeah, I mean I get that.
Well, you want little kid vigilantes. You want them to start tying little kids up. Like, okay, we think he's a suspect, so we tied him up. We did it ourselves. You don't want them to start taking stuff into their own hands to that extreme. They should feel safe. I mean, there's no reason.
As long as they record it.
There's no reason a kid shouldn't feel safe going to school.
Let's go. Shout out Rico watching the show. What up, Nell? Watch the show. What up, Danny? Cat, what's up, Cat? Tuning in.
And I actually think it'll get something we get done because it's not just inner cities.
The dopest
just inner city schools. These are, these are, private schools. These are.
That's what the protest is for. And I ain't gonna get into that. The protest ain't for us. The protest is for the schools that it's new to. Like if we wanted to, I don't even want to go all the way there. But just the protesting and stuff that's going on right now ain't even going to affect our daily operation. So, in my opinion, maybe it will. Maybe it will change how they police Euclid schools or Shaw or something like that. The protest is because it happened in Orange County. It happened with if you watch some of the and I try not to do this because loss of life, especially loss of a child's life, isn't something that you should like stand on your soapbox like saying, well, what about us? You shouldn't. If somebody lose a life, there are 16, 17 kids, parents coming home. I mean, their kids aren't coming home. I get that. I'm not trying to play it like that. But when it's an issue in the inner city or has been an issue in the city, there's no protest. There's nobody getting up on the soapbox going, you know what? Let's protect these schools. Let's protect this. We got.
Yes, some people say it. It just don't get coverage. People say it. People protest.
If my daughter comes to me and says, I'm going to do this to protect this, my first question would be like, why do you feel like it's important to you to protect this? Are you afraid? Is this going to happen to you? Are you trying to protect them? Are you trying to protect the people that it's going to protect? Because it ain't, protest works when it causes a change in the system for yourself and your surrounding. If you're protesting for people in Alaska, it's a waste of time because you don't live in Alaska. All these are, when Donald Trump was talking about, and we're going to get into Trump in a little bit, when he was talking about arming teachers and all this and doing all this kind of stuff, they ain't doing that at Shaw. I mean, you know what I mean? They ain't doing that at Shaw. I mean, first of all, the budget ain't there, but they will do it at this A-rated school that wasn't supposed to happen at. And that's the thing, though. Sure.
Took it with violence, bro, and it worked. They came through bloodshed, and it worked. It's sad, and it worked. If it was bloodshed, it would work. It's real, to me, real simple with the gun. Get rid of them. Stiffer penalties. That's it. Twice, you know when you got so many people in jail? Because jail time ain't shit to them. If you change the penalties to that shit, you go to school and you shoot somebody up, guess what? You feeding your ass to the lion. And we streaming it live. You see that shit, you like, well, I ain't doing that, bro. You see what they did to homeboy? I ain't doing that. We ain't playing. You know what? What we gonna do? We're gonna take you to trial. We're gonna put you on death row for 20 years. Then we'll get some help if you're gonna cry for you. Meanwhile, my loved one is gone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Forever. Like the 4-year-old, the little girl, man, dip her in hot grease now. Dip her mama in hot grease right now. It's over with. What we gonna talk about? I don't want to rehabilitate her. I don't even want to hear her cry. She killed her own seed, a 4-year-old. Get out of here. Get out. Sorry.
I mean, I agree. Not that I wanted to get her dipped in. I agree with the stiffer. I agree with the stiffer penalties or whatever and stuff. My beat, when I'm beating the drum at, let's say if the penalties are stiffer, like you say they're gonna be, who's gonna be penalized? No, that's what's going to happen is the same way it happened with the crack epidemic, same way it happened with drugs. It's going to be a different bar. It's going to be a different bar. It's going to be a different. So it's going to be a guy that's going to be shooting at a gang member across the street or whatever, and he's going to get dipped. And then the guy in Orange County, he's going to be mentally disturbed, and they're going to send him to counseling, and then he's going to go to a rehab.
So when you said dip, what do you mean?
Dipped in oil.
I mean,
shout out to Rika, man.
But that's the thing. You can't do it if that.
G watching the show, man. Shout out to G, man.
You can't do it if that's the law. So then I was seeing Warrensville did it too, and I actually text my son. He said they did walk out today. That's my support, and I support it.
Tora, what's up? Watching the show. Who else? Jeanette watching the show. It seems like to me.
So I mean, because everything is like, well, they're just gonna do this. So then, where do you start? Like, you got to start somewhere. If you get the laws on the books, you have to start it somewhere. Everything is just cynical, and then you say, well, it'll just be this. But you have to start somewhere. If your kids if your kids aren't feeling safe going to school, where do you start?
Well, where we start at, and like I said, I swear I'm not trying to like rule people. I'm not trying to just talk to a specific group. I'm just talking about where we start at is where we always talk about when we get into these subjects. Our thing is educating our children to the way the world is going now and getting our people together first. We see my issue is whenever we try to mandate our lifestyle off a law that's on the book from somebody that somebody else created, it wasn't created for us, or the ones that was created were specifically created for us, then we start putting ourselves down in the hole. If they go, every law that's made, all right, so let's just, seatbelt law.
That's okay.
Seatbelt law, all right? You can go and let's, I ain't gonna say Shaker, let's say Highland Heights, and you driving, and you ain't got a seatbelt on, and you look at my man here, he ain't got a seatbelt on, whoop, whoop, but you look at somebody of another color, and he ain't got a seatbelt on, and you go. See, the laws aren't always enforced the way they're supposed to be, and we always get the, we get, but that's
we
what
know
I'm saying.
that. I mean,
so
but
when you say you
but-
put more
but the
laws on the book, you put more laws on us. You're not putting more laws on them. That's what I'm trying to say.
But on the same token, we live in the same society. You still, your kid, your child still has to function in this society.
Yeah, but
your child still has to go to this school.
You have to educate them to function in the society. I'm saying if when you put more laws out there, you put more laws on us than you put more laws on the population. I don't even have to like go through the laws to say that.
I get it. I get the stop and frisk law was for us. I get that.
Everything I feel like just like you say, if you make the gun law stricter, it's dudes out here that should not have guns. I don't think no. There's nobody has.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
that was my next point. Right. Exactly.
But what I'm saying is if it's dudes riding around.
Because that's the same thing I say about the stiffer drug law. Don't sell drugs.
No. I mean, y'all right. I mean, wrong is wrong. But if you're persecuted to a different level as they're wrong, that's a different level. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's true. But
that's what I'm trying to say. So if you're making it stricter, or more strict in a situation, I'm saying it might be more strict, but it's only gonna be more strict on us. It's not gonna be more strict on them. And so if it's fair, I don't have a problem with it. If you dipping everybody in oil like my man Dre, if we dipping Cindy just like we dipping Monet, I'm okay with that. Dip away. Dip. Listen, I'll change the grease. I have no problem with that. But what I'm saying, when every time there's a law that's like made more strict, it affects us more. And I can say, I get it, don't do the crime, but people make mistakes. And if my mistake puts me more in a hole than it puts you in a hole, that ain't right. So why would I want it to be more strict?
But my thing is this, like you said, okay.
Not currently.
Okay,
I have though.
But you do have a kid in school.
Yes.
But you're not worried about gun laws. I don't get that.
I'm not worried. No. I never said I wasn't worried about gun laws.
It doesn't affect you. You're talking about something that doesn't affect you because you don't own a gun, but it does affect you because you have a child in school.
It affects when I had a gun, and I will be purchasing another one. When I had a gun, I was safe with it. It was put up. She ain't had no way to get into it or whatever. But she was young at the time. If right now I had a gun in the house, me and the machine would sit down. I will talk to her about this gun. Let her know what's in the house.
I'm talking about the laws, though. I'm just talking about laws towards you for owning a gun.
The laws, period. And I'm not arguing with y'all saying that things shouldn't be more strict. I'm just saying it's going to be even more on us than it is on other people. That's what I'm trying to say.
But see, that's another thing. I'm okay with it. I tell
I'm
people all the time. If people say about Big Brother and surveillance and watching the house, I'm cool with it. If the government want to watch me scratch my balls and play Xbox, fine. It's the people that's selling drugs and doing and child pornography. Them the ones that got to worry. I don't have to worry about government surveillance. I don't care about it.
I see it in a different way. As far as like
I don't worry about
like
sobriety checks
and stuff like that. I get that's completely different. But when you talk about guns and drugs and stuff, what's wrong though? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, if a dude out here, this country was formed and created by people doing things. It's companies, corporations that made their living or made their cut their teeth in doing illegal activities. And so now Big Brother or the government says, you know what, I can't let you get ahead because that's just how it go. But when they was doing it, it was fair. A drug dealer to me is an opportunist. I don't view a drug dealer as being wrong because ain't nobody putting a pistol. Yeah, I mean, right. Ain't nobody putting a pistol up to a crackhead's head and say, you know what, go buy that goddamn crack. If you got an addiction, go get help. And if you don't get help, that's your issue.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And that's
no.
And that's fine. And if
No,
and,
I
and
know.
you,
I know people. I know
that's
addicts.
fine. That's
But it's not. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's your problem. It's your problem. It ain't the guy that's selling it to you problem. It's your problem.
listen. If
That's
you,
what
and that's fine. And if you,
So
if you,
is- so-
and if you want,
So is Pepsi. That's
It's
what I'm trying
fine.
to say.
There's-
I mean, ain't no.
there's certain things that are not allowed. There's certain things that are there's rules everywhere. And that's fine. If you want to break the rules, that's fine. But guess what? You have to pay for breaking the rules.
When you
None of these
the
are our
people that
rules,
are
but you still
setting
playing
the
by
rules.
rules.
The people that are setting the rules aren't abiding by the rules, and you're the only one abiding by them. Then that's the game, though.
That's the game. So you got to be smarter in the game. Guess what? Never been to jail. Never been arrested. Because guess what? I don't do illegal shit.
I'm saying here, man, but I just
I'm doing illegal stuff. No, you haven't been caught. Saying like you said, now if we get down to people that were framed for doing stuff, I have more sympathy for them. And yes, I have seen people break laws and get railroaded for that. But then, like at the same time, if you're in this lifestyle and you get caught and you get whatever you get, that's your choice.
But if it's a different set of rules,
I mean, at this point, it really don't matter.
It does matter. If you make one mistake, and you get sent down the river or whatever, or get dipped in oil.
You took that.
Right.
No mistake.
It's
Mistake is not doing. If you selling weed,
I give you that. I give you that.
You know the choices.
If you mess up, is that better? Not mistake, mess up.
No, if you get
Like,
caught.
If you
get caught.
If you doing things, you living wrong. If you living wrong, and then you get caught living wrong or whatever and stuff, and then they say, you know what, my man, we caught you living wrong. I'm giving you 30, but then your counterpart get 15. You know what I mean? It's to me. I'm not saying they wrong. I'm saying make it even. That's all I'm saying.
That's
all I'm
it's
saying.
never going to be fair.
We got dudes now. Remember they changed that law, that crack cocaine law, on the white people or people that was doing cocaine was getting out, and dudes was selling crack was getting twice and 3 times a year or whatever and stuff. That's all I'm saying, man. And then when you add more laws onto that,
because if you're not smart enough to know the system is built against you, why do you participate in it? You know you gonna get
if you
caught.
know the answer to that, if people knew the answer to that question, it wouldn't be nobody selling nothing. I mean, it's systemic though, man, and I don't want to get like way
I agree.
deep into it.
I agree, but a way to beat the system is to not get involved in the system.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a lot of people, man, out here that don't have the education or the knowledge that we have.
It's not educational knowledge. It's the basic principles of right and wrong. You know right and wrong. You know when you're doing wrong. As a child, as a teenager, as an adult, you know when you're doing wrong.
Oh, I thought you said LeBron broke his leg or something. He was like season over. I was like, yeah, you guys are a lottery team now.
You know, so I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like,
I mean, we on the same page. I just think when you add more laws, we end up biting the bigger piece of the pill. That's how I feel about it. I mean, could be not. Drake, we ready to go on break? We're going to break. Oh, we about to go on break. We'll be back in a minute. And again, y'all go to YouTube, like the video. Don't just watch, because y'all already you've seen it now. Watch it. Just watch it again and then hit like. And subscribe to the channel so we can get paid. We can fill up the candy dish with better stuff. Shout out to Shani. All right.
Bet the whole world wanna see. Yeah. Poetic hustler. Yeah. Poetic hustler. Yeah. Hurry up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see. Poetic hustler. Yeah. Poetic hustler. Y'all niggas
niggas can't see me. P-O-E to the T-I-C to the B-double-O-G. Boogie Night Mo Thug, you know that's me, that's me. Been 100 miles from running. Brains blowing, niggas still getting money. Y'all niggas can't stop me. Got a platinum plaque, can't have it back. Fuck that. Been sitting in the cut, sipping on hen, getting my ends. Mo Thug ain't nothing but a bunch of thug niggas trying to get this money we in. To the top, not stop. Still represent the pen that got me in. Still fucking them hoes. Any real motherfucker know how this game go. Don't trust a bitch for nothing. Still searching for peace, that's me. Still might just hit your bushes. The hood just all up in me. Still down for anything. Swipe a motherfucking nigga like a motherfucker visa man. Gotta get my change. Mr. Bill Collector still the same. Let them up against the wall and kill them all, dog. And when they dead, check they pockets, dog. A nigga Rory raw.
Charlie up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Charlie up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see. Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
Went through what we went through, now we at the good parts. Reaping the fruit of the seeds we sown. Stay loyal to the faith, deeply rooted in the heart from the start. Top 100 on the Billboard charts. Bombing all enemies with lyrical artillery. Never run up on Lil Moi. Guaranteed to dismantle your whole repertoire. St. Clair represent. I'm cold like December. Keep poking up there and you gon' get the grizzly. We can thump, knuckle up, and get down and dirty. In result, it'll be nothing pretty. Raw and uncut. Never quick to choke the flame. Quick to lunch on all beef. Putting all you suckers to shame. Be bold, take hold of the whole situation. Too late for conversation, time now for confrontation. Evident you didn't believe, should've heeded the warnings. Assume that I was soft like Mr. Whipple and Charmin. I witnessed a swarm.
Charlie up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Charlie up here now, and we still got the harmony. Yo, we been at the top, boy. Bet the whole world wanna see. Poetic hustler.
Yeah.
Poetic hustler.
J.E. Productions.
Medusa, 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 Medusa.
Welcome back to the Hump, everybody. This is a good debated show, but we're gonna get into like our orange president. Our orange president, and there's the palace intrigue and this, that, and other. He is as advertised. The dude is dumb. Not like stupid, like he didn't graduate school or anything like that. He's like, he just says the dumbest things. He doesn't like black people. I don't think he likes anybody but like not just white people, but I like you know, like rich white people, like from different countries of wealth and stuff like that. Moan, this is like Moan said, we could talk about Trump, and like for the longest, I'm like, dude, I watch him like every day on CNN. I like took a break, and you said let's talk about it. I was like, I have no problem talking about it. His latest comments, man, he's firing everybody. Over under, Moan, how long this dude got in office?
Over under?
Yeah. You think he's gonna finish his term?
Yeah, he'll finish his term out.
I'm not definitely not a fan of him. I used to think he could unite black people, but I think like a lot of black. No, I mean I think he's like Pat Riley. No, I used to think he could unite black people, but now I think that he's just. I think we tuning him out, man. You know what I mean? We don't even hate him no more. You know what I mean? It was like at first like I hate that dude. Now it's like, I don't hate him no more. He like the supervisor at work that we can't stand, and we just tune him out. Like, you know what? Go ahead, sweep the floor, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got it.
I mean, because I still see people talk every day about how, like I said, dumb he is and what he does. It's like, are you still surprised?
Do you think he's seen the Black Panther? No. So do you think he had it piped in the White House?
I actually, I mean, as much as some people, I don't think about him at all. Because like you said, the same thing you said about the gun laws and whatever he does really doesn't affect me as president. It really don't.
Nothing.
It don't affect my bottom line, so I keep it moving.
At least Barack affected black people with the Obama phones and. Listen, people can say whatever they want about Barack. How many people have? No, you could probably start a list of how many people who didn't have an Obama phone. Obama phones was the bat phone. You know what I mean? The backup to the backup. Dude is.
So that makes him the greatest president ever.
No.
Some people. I'm just saying to some people.
I mean, if you ain't never have a cell phone, he got your phone, man. He ranks. You know, Bill Clinton ain't never got on my no phone.
Like, cause I remember everybody thinking that George W. was the greatest when they was getting them stimulus packages. He was the greatest then.
We could use one this year.
Yeah.
Because the new J's came out. And my wife, if you're watching the show, for my birth anniversary, that's what I call it, because my anniversary is like on my birthday or the day after. New J's would be like really nice, like really. And they probably done brought them out again because they sold out. What is your biggest issue with Trump?
Honestly, I don't. My biggest issue is I don't have an issue. Like I said, I like what he does. I like what he does. I like the
Mr.
fact.
Burn it down.
I like the fact that he ain't shit and he lets people know he ain't shit. I like it. I respect it. This is the dude y'all wanted in office. This is the dude y'all got, and he don't hide nothing. He's being.
I think he bought the election personally.
Maybe he did. But
I don't think. I mean, I think it's comical because a lot of white people argue with other white people about this dude, man. You remember they used to like argue with black people about Barack. Now they arguing with each other about Donald Trump because they I guess they figured out that they're not rich either. You know, he's a billionaire. I mean,
and what happened? What did we say before he got elected? We said he's for the rich. He's not for all white. He's for rich people.
Yeah, and he constantly says it. Did you see the statement he made the other day? He was talking about Latino people. He said they're mountain climbing people. Dude was like they're mountain climbing people. That's how they get over the wall. He said they're good climbers. Oh, listen, not probably. He is the realest president.
He pretty much said what he was going to do.
He told you what he was going to do.
And guess what? I'm still an asshole.
Listen, he is not changing.
Listen, I don't know if we ever had a real live superhero, but we've definitely had a supervillain, and it's Trump. Trump is a supervillain.
He is definitely a supervillain. What's up, Mr. Sunshine, watching the show? Oh, man. Yeah, he's a piece of work, man. He's a piece of work. I used to think they was going to assassinate him because, like one of them school shooters gone rogue was going to get in the White House or something like that. If he gets killed, it will be a super white person. You know what I mean? Somebody like they would never expect, like somebody like in the Oval Office with him. Like they'll be like right there with him. You know, like somebody like maybe Sarah or Huckabee Sanders' like nephew or something, like in the office with her or something, like got the AK under her skirt. I'm like you, man. I think he's gonna do a full term. He hasn't really hurt black people though, to be honest. He ain't helped, but he ain't hurt black people.
So he's in the long list of presidents who've done it. he's keeping up to par with the course.
What up, Monique? Watching the show. Well, I think
Because he's not Trump, he's President Trump. And the same power that Obama, Bush, Clinton, all of them had, he had.
he does have it.
He stick his chest out a little bit more than them. He ain't humble.
Exactly.
He has that power.
He's not humble about it.
All these people are like, oh, they do this and that.
I don't think it'll be easy or nothing like that. I just think like if someone was to take him out, it'll be somebody you least suspect. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, why? I ain't gonna say that happened because anything possible. But like, remember LeBron had the shirt with the, fuck you, Trump. I mean, it was cute.
He said it was cute.
He wanted to. He can get at LeBron. I'm the fucking president, son. I'm the president, son. So.
It's like you do all the triple doubles you want, Jack. Gloria got that work, so it ain't hard to get at Gloria. Yeah, he probably could. I mean, not probably. He could in this world, but I think he got bigger fish to fry. I think as much as he don't like black people, we ain't really on the. Sean, what's up, man? Sean, what's up with your boy? The world famous Sean E is in the building. The world famous Sean E is in the building, man. The candy bowl. He went in the back room looking for the candy bowl.
What up?
That he didn't fill up. So Sean, listen.
I said, what up? You said, what's up? That's what I said.
What up, Terry? Watching the show. We're going to take a little sidebar real quick because, Sean, listen. I love you like a brother, Sean. I love you like a brother, man. But here's the thing. We've been talking about some really complicated topics today, like school shootings, President Trump. We even got to like a serious sports debate. But my thing is this, though. The last time you were on the set of The Hump, no, we're going to do this in front of like the millions. No, but you was like supposed to replenish the candy dish. Well, we'll see you didn't. But what I want to know since you didn't fill it out, have you been in the candy dish since last week? This dude walks out the studio. Right. All right. So back to the show. Back to the show, man. But back to President Trump. I just think that he's threatening to get us in a war. But at some time, this is going to sound weird, though. That fire and brimstone stuff, man, used to be so corny to me. But honestly, he might be scaring some people with that. Because that dude in North Korea, he want to sit down and talk now. He want to sit down and talk. Like to what you were saying, Dre, dude is, what's up, Zarita, watching the show? Dude is, he stick that chest out. He ain't humble at all, but he still got that stick. He's still the president. No matter if we don't like him, I don't like him. I can't care, but he still got the stick. He got the stick. It don't matter if you like him or not. He still got the stick, and that with that stick comes some authority and some power, man. You know, he probably. I hope he. If you're watching the show today, Trump. No, because listen. I got the situation going on with Quicken Loans.
I tweeted him. He ain't watching. You gotta get at him on Twitter.
Oh, that's right. All right, I'm gonna tweet you later, Trump. Because Quicken Loans, man. I just need to for you to finish this home loan. Anyway, but what do you feel like the biggest asset of Donald Trump is, Mo?
The biggest asset?
Yeah. You know what? It is so crazy because I know that sounds weird, but Glenn Beck used to say something about somebody. He said, say something. He's like, if you can't say something good about a person, then you ain't researched them enough. So if you had to say something good about Donald Trump, what would it be?
Clearly, he has a lot of resources. Like, he has a lot of resources. He has
Jack.
His spin doctors are great. The people that he gets to spin.
He don't spin; they spin it.
That's what I said. His spin doctors. That's what I said. The people that he gets to spin his stories or his past or whatever he does. They're good people.
This is gonna sound horrible. Do you think he's the first president to ever sleep with a porn star?
Hell no.
Let's rank. Listen, let's just go. We can way off the track style. Let's rank our top 5 presidents that you think slept with a porn star. Clinton who do you know? Clinton is number one. 1A. 1A. Kennedy definitely.
No. Say Nixon, Gerald Ford.
Nixon, yeah. All you have to do, if you want to figure out which one slept with a porn star, look at their wives.
So you saying Obama slept with Mr.
He
He slept with Mr. Marcus?
He probably doing it now. You think Obama slept with a porn star? Okay.
Listen, if
we know Clinton.
Listen.
Clinton slept with a chick that was
Listen, if MLK was getting pooned on the side, you know Obama was too.
Yeah. But no, I'm not saying that I don't think Obama cheated. But do you think he did with a porn star?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he did it with somebody's definitely with somebody famous.
Okay. But number one, we all agree is Bill Clinton.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll go Nixon because it was the '70s, so it's probably easier, way easier back then. Sleep with a porn star.
Kennedy. But do y'all consider Marilyn Monroe a porn star?
He was sleeping with Marilyn Monroe. So
Marilyn Monroe was kind of a porn star. She was like the first legal porn. Never mind. And Trump, I don't know. Trump got it. Chick ain't horrible looking, but she making jack though off that sleeping with Trump though. I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. She's making a lot of money for her affair with Donald Trump. What up, Gaston? Watching the show. The president. Like, I know and that's why she bringing this stuff up, because they only give her $130,000. She's like, really though? $130,000? I can make millions off of this. Can't knock her hustle. Anyway, so what up, Ja, watching the show? So what we learned today? We can do a segment. What we learned today? Oh, it's
It's fucking horrible. It's like doing a show with a child.
Listen, I'm like Donald Trump. I got the stick. All right, so
right.
So what did we learn today? Shout out to Jay watching the show. We learned that Moan doesn't think Dan Marino's a great quarterback over Jim Kelly. We learned that.
I didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. See, I didn't say that.
Listen, this is my segment. We learned that Dre wants to dip ladies in oil, hot oil, and fry them.
He said grease.
I mean, it's tomato, grease, oil. I mean, however he wants to cook them. Crux. But your first example was a lady.
All them chicks boosted in dots. It's gonna get put in grease.
Dre, like, let me catch you a rainbow. Sticking a belt in your pocket. He wants to fry women, not just the crooked women. And
don't care if kids get shot. You really don't.
I really don't.
He cares more about drug dealers than kids getting shot. He cares more about keeping drug dealers safe.
And that is what we learned today. That is what we learned today.
We talk about kids. He got a stone face. And he gets a little tear in his eye. We talk about drug dealers.
Listen,
I'm just saying, like,
it was a dude that
you
used
do
to
learn
money that stayed
you
on
do
the top
learn
of the
about
street,
people.
man. He used to buy us ice cream when he made a score. All right, so we about to check out of here, man. Thanks again for everybody for tuning in this week. And again, we need y'all to go to the YouTube feed. It is posted on my page. It's posted on Moan's page. Don't just go to video, watch it. Click like so we can take our money and buy things with it. You know, like, I don't know, a hooker or a porn star for Obama. All the way probably so I can't even to him.
There you go, Mom.
I have to ask you off here.
All right, so y'all tune in next week, man. We got Olympic Wayne coming in, and we will try to keep it entertaining as we always do. Thanks, everybody. I'll let y'all next week. Peace.
Are we off here?